Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on the Military and Surplus channel. Today we'll be recapping the Hungarian 75M, as the other video had quite shocking quality and the audio quality wasn't as good and I didn't really go in depth as much as I would have liked to. So I thought you people would like to see a review of it, just as like you'd probably want to, in better quality and that. So most of the stuff I would have said in the other video, but I'll probably go over most of it in this video as well. Because if you haven't seen it, you might want to check out the other video. It's the first one on my channel. It's quite shocking in my opinion, but oh well. So the Hungarian 75 was made in the 1970s to the 1980s as a master issue to its civilian population, the civil defence and the military. So the full kit of this mask includes the face piece, the filter, the carrier, the filter sock, the filter plug and cap, and the anti-fogging soap. I'll just show these all now. So here's the carrier, the canvas brown material one. And this is the face piece. If you would have seen the video before, you've probably all seen this. The face piece. The filter with its plug and its cap. The filter sock, which just goes around it. I'll demonstrate that later in the video. Sit that on top of there for now. And the fogging soap somewhere. There. Just fell out. I'll just move the camera so you can actually see. Sorry about that. And the anti-fogging soap. So, the face piece is a rubber-coated canvas. And, sorry, I'll say that again. The face piece is a rubber-coated canvas material which is glued and squeezed with a metal ring with tape to the baker-like section of the filter port and the XL valve. So this is the inside of the mask. You can see it's like rubber here, but then you can see that outside it's like a canvas material. Also, on these masks, it'll be very, very, very hard to find one without like these grooves in as storage, and this is generally what happens with these sort of masks that are canvassy. I believe all you need to do is just use steam and it'll like sort it all out again, but I haven't tried that yet, and if it goes wrong, I'm going to ruin a mask, which I don't do, because destroying history is wrong. So, there's the seal around here, which is like a cottony material, which is quite comfy, but on my mask, this specific one, this top section here always digs into my head and doesn't make an airtight seal most of the time. This may be because Hungarian people have different shaped faces to us. I'm not quite sure as that, but it's always this top section bit right here, which always digs into my head and like protrudes out to make like an unairtight seal. So as you can see, this is just taped onto like the Bakelite section. If you don't know what Bakelite is, I believe it's the first ever plastic produced. And this whole thing is Bakelite. What a flaw is, in my opinion, this is just exposed, this bit, and can be lifted up very easy. Although it is quite thick rubber. If something did get stuck, there is a secondary XL valve in there, I believe. Yeah, as you can see there. So it's exposed, which I don't like, but there is a secondary one, so that is good. But all this is just a 40mm GOST thread and XL valve. That's just taped to the bottom of the mask. Very cheap and efficient, but yeah, that's this bit really. And there's that metal ring there, making sure it stays fully sealed in. So this mask is uncomfortable at times, and there's a tendency to dig into the top of your face, like I've said. Also, the mask like just folds itself in, like I've shown before, with these grooves here, which are very annoying because it makes... Oh, I've got the sock there. Because it makes the mask very awkward, and can also make it hard to put it back into its carrying case. Bag, even. So the eyepieces, these are made out of glass, I should say, and are crimped onto the lenses, onto the mask, I should say. Can't speak again. This is a recurring trend on the channel, I've realised that. But these are just crimped onto the mask, and these are not shatterproof, so if you was going for historical loadout in airsoft, or something like that, I would recommend changing these before using it. As you can see there, it's crimped on. Here. Sorry about my sniffing, my hay fever's playing up quite a lot again today. Which we love, so yeah. the lenses, as I've said, are just crimped onto the mask as cheapness, and it's quite efficient. So this mask features a 5-point head harness, which is a good system. Although I do prefer 6 points. But this head harness is very different, because it has this strap here, which I believe when wearing it just sits under this bit, which stabilises it against the head. But all the points of the head harness meet on this leather patch here, which is like solid now because it's old, and it's just bolted on. So these are also very uncomfortable because these go over your ears, not under or go literally on top of them, because they don't go under or above them, and it makes that very uncomfortable as well. And to adjust the mask, you can only use these sliders, if I can find them. Where have they gone? One there. One there. Should be one on the front somewhere. Yes, and one here. So that's the only way you can adjust this mask. So the straps, like I've said, are bolted onto a leather square and are connected on that. So there is a neck strap, 2 actually. There's this neck strap which just goes around your neck, so you can have it dangling off. But there's also this other neck strap, which makes the mask pull more to your face. It clips on this like this, like that, and pulls it to your face pretty much. In theory, it would make it a 6-point head harness, but it's not actually connected to it, so it's not really one. So, like I've said, the what's it called? Neck strap is a very good idea, because it means you can still have it around your neck, but when you don't necessarily need it. But then if you do need it, you don't have to go through the hassle of pulling it out of your bag, putting the filter on and all that. So this carrier here is made of a browny olive coloured material, canvas material, that is quite strong and resistant. And on the inside there is a, don't know if you'll be able to see that, there's a pocket in the side here and a main section. So the pocket I believe is for storing the sock, the filter plug and cap, and the soap, just for safekeeping. And the main section for the filter and the mask, obviously. So to open and close this, there's 2 poppers here, which, as it's literally said in the title, they pop open and closed. And these are just like stitched onto the actual carrier. So there are a couple straps on it. There's this strap, which goes around your waist. This one here, don't know how well it's going to show up on camera. It's going to be very hard. This one here just ties around your waist. There's another one which connects to the bit that you tie around your waist. And there's a strap here which is used for putting around your neck to carry it, obviously, without actually holding it. So the filter on this mask is bigger and heavier than the standard GP5 filter. As you can see, it looks a lot bigger. I haven't got my GP5 filter with me at the minute, but I can always do another video comparing the dangers of these. Dangers, if you want. So there you are, the filter. This does contain asbestos. I don't know where and how much percentage it is. I believe it's still in, I just unplugged this for you. Oh, I believe it's in here, like the GP5 filters are. And also the maybe in the charcoal section. I've never used this filter, so I wouldn't know, and I wouldn't want to know personally. This is also the same filter that is issued on the 70M, the Hungarian copy of the PMG, which I've already reviewed on the channel. So if you wouldn't mind taking a look at that video, that's on my channel. So I would never ever use these filters if I had new ones around, but if this was the only thing that would save my life, I would use this. Apart from that, there would never ever be a use for it, apart from maybe a prop, or to leave on display. What I have found is a good way is either not wearing this, obviously, or if you unscrew this and you attach it to the mask, you could always measure the diameter of this across and get a P3 filter pad and cut it to a circle like that, so you can breathe through the mask, through the filter, and eliminate 99.9% of the risks of the filter, as P3 or P100 if you're in America, is designed to stop asbestos and particles like that. So the anti-fogging soap does what it says on the tin pretty much. You rub it on the lenses, I believe, then it stops it from fogging up. Haven't opened it as I don't know what the chemical is, and if I'm allergic to it, that would be a bad idea, so I leave these things shut. There is the filter sock, which I'll demonstrate again. This just, I will demonstrate for the first time. This just goes, it's going to be harder than it looks. This just goes over the filter. I believe is for winterization of the filter, so it doesn't let moisture in. But also I've been told that it stops the reflection of the filter coming out, because this mask was used in the military, and if you're trying to do evasion courses or trying to evade the enemy, you want to remain undetected, and these filters are quite glossy and shiny, as you can see. So this would stop the sun reflecting off them, although the lenses would reflect the sun, so that's quite counterproductive, but oh well. The same also applies for the Hungarian 70 helmet. There was a big version of this that would just go over it. I believe they made them in different types of camouflages as well, so you could blend in to your surroundings. I do have the M70 helmet, and I will show it in another video if you guys would like to see that, but I don't have the cover unfortunately for that. So everybody, this was my video on the Hungarian 75M respirator. As a final note, this mask is incorrectly known as the 76M or M76. That is not its official name. And I believe the full kit is called the 75M with the filter sock, the soap, that's a leaf, sorry, the soap and face piece filter and all that. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and stick around for the next video. Cheerio!